meteorologist Casey Cloud popping on right now here at 7:49 on this Monday evening. I know it's been a busy day nationally, but here in our local covered area right now, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. There's been some weak rotation into the Tampa office. Was talking about that. They had a warning out for Sumter County. Now this still maxing more getting into Marion County, and there's a potential at least for some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts if there's not really weak rotation trying to potentially be an issue here for us. And now we're pretty far from radar sites, so I wanted to pop in. I know it looks like in the last scan or two, as I back up, you see pretty interesting rotation in far northern Sumter County. And as this kind of gets into Marion, it kind of fades a bit, but we're in a bad spot on radar, and it's, if nothing else, a copious area of downpour activity. So just be really careful. This could lead to several inches of rain there, west I-75 in far southern Marion County. South central Marion County under this warning, about 11 miles southwest of Santos or 12 miles northeast of Inverness, and it's nearly stationary. So I know we don't generally pop on precipitous thunderstorm warnings in a rural area like this time of year, when we have things kind of more random in nature anyway. But the thing was, we saw some rotation. There's been a history over the years of tornadoes that kind of go under the radar in this area, so I just wanted to be safe. It may not sound very long, but as you can tell, we're back with our blue logo again. We've been in alert mode, all day long for Beryl, because that's been a really, really big deal, and we'll give an update on that here in a moment while we're on the air, as maybe the situation looks a little bit better here. We'll kind of do that, but you can see this is a pretty rural area. I mean, again, that's the good news. Honestly, it looks like in the last scan or two it's really weakened, but right when this was coming out of Sumter County, we even had a shear marker on this here right before the thunderstorm warning got issued from Marion. But you're seeing a fading of that signature pretty quick. But if there was a spin up in there, a weak rotation trying to get down to the surface, it'd be hard to see because of the copious rain. It'd be rain wraps. So that's why I wanted to pop in here for a few moments, just to kind of give you an update here on that situation. I know the rain's kind of taken over across parts of the area here. You can see Bradford, Union counties. As I'll take off our warning information, since the warning is not in play up here, you can see we have some downpours at times in spots. I mean, southern Putnam a little bit more organized there. You have quite a bit of lightning in South Georgia here at this point as well. So we did have a warning earlier around the Bainbridge community. I didn't see a whole bunch with that, so that was good news. But we posted about it on Facebook and then Twitter/X, of course. But just because of the way things were looking on that storm for a few scans, they wanted to pop in case something started to exhibit a little more rotation, and it maybe prompted a tornado warning. I know I've been touching radars, so that's why it kind of looks weird there. But because we've been watching the storm set up with Beryl out of the west. But let's just check here. If there happened to have been any type of debris signature on this. You can't really tell. It doesn't really look like anything, but again, we're so far from the radar, it's hard to say for sure. So we'll keep our eyes on that. I'm not as concerned as I was here a few moments ago. Again, that kind of wound up pretty quick, and it looked like it might be looking a little bit better pretty quick. But still be kind of careful there. There's a lot of lightning nonetheless in southern Marion County there. In our southern part of our viewing area, of course, we're always on for any tornado warning storm within our 62 counties, and if this would have got a tornado warning, of course, and we wanted to kind of be right there with you in case that happened. But again, let's go ahead and give an update right now on our Beryl situation. I know just kind of looking at that out toward the west and our other shores. You'll be able to see what we're talking about. You see some flash flood warnings remaining, tornado warnings remaining. The NWS in Shreveport has issued literally dozens of tornado warnings today. Doing a great job. They're trying to keep people safe, and just having issued so many tornado warnings from what is a tropical depression Beryl here to 7 o'clock Central Time advisory. Ahead, the winds at 35 miles an hour, the pressure at 997 millibars. So a tropical depression, but we'll be watching the trajectory of this, because I think now we had all those tornado warnings today, some touching down. Well, tomorrow we could have some of that on the eastern side of things, maybe in like western Kentucky. So gotta be careful. Maybe southeast Missouri as well, just in that general vicinity. Gotta be watching very carefully here as we look ahead. There, you can kind of see east of that center there, east of those center points maybe is where the greater tornado threat will be. So That's kind of the storyline right there. Let me go ahead and go back on over some other views of things. I know we have our ghost satellite here that kind of focuses. I didn't zoom in very good on there, but let's try again. You can kind of see what's left of the southern half of this. You see all the convection further off, and we had dry air mixing in, leading to a pretty substantial tornado threat today. So that's kind of the storyline there. I know power outage numbers are just outrageous in the Lone Star State. I mean, just crazy, crazy bad in terms of just how many folks are without electricity. There's a heated voluntary employee tomorrow, and a scenario where a lot of folks, are going to be getting hot, and they'll be without electricity. We have, just a nasty situation as we kind of go back on over there to ward areas like Houston. I mean, there's it looks like 6,033,000 or so customers in the dark in the Lone Star State. So again, that's kind of the storyline there. Jumping up toward the north here, we have tornado warnings still, parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. There's so many of them today, and a confirmed tornado earlier toward areas around looks like Smithland community. So that's kind of the storyline there. Still seeing some rotation. I mean, grid coverage isn't as good out here, but I know our significant tornado parameter, that's up there pretty good. Supercell composite, even higher values, and all that's going to kind of follow east of these center points. So now you won't have much daytime heating maybe around Memphis, but as you get further up the Blue Hill and even northwest Tennessee and the like, could be a different story. Western Kentucky tomorrow, and Indiana, southern Illinois could be an issue as we look ahead. I mean, still be careful even around Memphis in that, could have an nocturnal type situation here at a point, but these are always kind of tricky to forecast, so these are unusual setups. But let's get back over real quick to our local view. You had that warning our far southern friends of our area there. Just trying to give you the very latest on what's going on. I know, just trying to let you know what's happening. And let's go ahead and jump back on over other viewpoint here. Yeah, wind signature has definitely faded pretty good on that. You can see it's pretty nasty looking. But then it's kind of faded. There's a little bit of something maybe trying to come back together, but it's in a rural area in Southern Marion County, so with no tornado warning, it doesn't seem. We're gonna wrap it up for now since this is such a rural area out here. But if we need to break back in for anything locally, nationally, we will. But for now, thanks so much for tuning in and trusting me. Stay safe out there whenever thunder roars. Go indoors. And I'm meteorologist Casey Cloud here in the Weather Center. Right now, we're just planning on coming back late tomorrow with that formal update. But if we need to again pop in earlier, we will. Just if you're kind of maybe tuning out after a long day of track and barrel, though. Of course, still stay weather aware for that tornado threat out there, Arkansas, Louisiana, and the like. But otherwise, have a great night.